What's up guys, Drew Dillon at Project Lift, and on this week's video we're going to look at how to get better results with the Olympic lifts, the 3 things every athlete must know. Let's get into it. Alright guys, let's talk about how to get better results. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the amount of time and effort that we put into our training, right? Look at your schedule, look how much you commit to what you're doing in the gym. Let's maximize those results. And I want to tell you guys 3 specific areas, right? That if you know and you start to dig into, you're gonna maximize your effort. So remember guys, there's an adage I've been saying more and more lately is more is not always better. Better is better. And the culture in weightlifting seems to think that more is better, more volume, get loaded up, go, 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 go. And what happens? We get burned out, broken athletes, right? So guys, get ready for the 3 components that's going to keep you in the game, maximize your results, and take all the time and effort that you've been putting into your training and give you the result that you deserve. All right, guys. So number 1, the first thing that you need to know is around the foundation of your movement. And what I'm talking about here is when you lift your arm over your head, what muscles fire, right? It gets to that level. We got to start with the foundation even before we get to technique, because what the foundational work allows us to do, when we get our muscles working together in the right way, we maximize the force that we can generate. We enhance our technical work, because now as we're moving through a technical motor pattern, the muscles that we want on are on, the muscles that we want off are off. So guys, it starts with that foundational work. That's where we need to build upon. Imagine you build a house on sand. What's going to happen? Things are going to start to crumble. And a lot of times athletes fly into the Olympic lifts really excited. It's fun, right? However, they start building their foundation, or they start building their gains on top of sand. And next thing you know, here come, setbacks and plateaus and everything else. Guys, we need to look at that foundation of movement. We need to assess it, we need to correct it, and we need to strengthen it, right? And that's exactly what we do in Vital Strength. So guys, you can check out this class for free up here in the link. Check it out. If you're confused by the foundational stuff, you're going to really, really benefit from what there is inside there. So guys, let's move on to the second thing that you need to know. All right, guys, number 2, the technical aspect. Now, guys, we have to have our solid foundation in place to really maximize our work with technique. There's nothing more frustrating than starting to work on technique and continuing to have the same issues, even though cue after cue, different cue after cue, right? And it's not improving. We have to fix that foundation. So foundation comes first, but then into the technical. And it always surprises me by how many athletes come into Project Lift looking for support. And when I ask them about technique, they honestly feel that that's not the issue. That they've learned, or the technique's not the issue. And very, very often, there's always some opportunity around technique. Might not be a ton, might be a ton. It depends on the athlete, guys, but we got to dig into technique, right? So you got your foundation, we got technique, foundation comes first, and now let's go after technique where we can get the movement to help lift the load, right? Now that's maximizing gains, guys. And that's where you want to be. And we do that. We do that all day at Project Lift. So again, if we can support you in that, guys, reach out. All right, guys, and the last thing I want to mention that's going to help you get better results in your Olympic lifts, and that is long-term planning. Sitting down and looking at minimum a year, right? And I'm blown away by how many athletes, so not really blown away. I was one of those athletes at one point in my life where you can't see past the next training cycle, right? It's like, well, what's next? Well, I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Guys, we need to plan at minimum a year in weightlifting. Look at the different cycles you're going to go through. And this brings in life too, right? If you know work gets busy during a certain time of the year, plan that in and maximize all this time and effort that you're putting into your training, right? At minimum a year, guys, looking out 3 to 5 years, that is exceptional. And guys, it blows me away by how many athletes come in and a coach has never sat down with them and gone through a competition calendar, laid out stuff for them to support them in their journey. And as you look at the three things I've mentioned, guys, foundation, technique, and long-term planning, if that's overwhelming to you, get a coach. This is exactly what we do at Project Lift. If we can support you, we would love to. We got vital strength for our foundational work. We do technique work, individual, for athletes all the time, right? Because your body is different than the athlete next to you, right? And that's what needs to be looked at. And then long-term planning, guys, sitting down and understanding where you're wanting to go and then building out a plan to get there. Those three things, guys, are really going to help you maximize all the time and effort that you're putting into your training. So I hope you take effort into diving into some of those, guys. And if we can support you, reach out. But good luck to you, and we'll talk next week.